Hi guys, I'm Courtney from Cocoro Crochet. If you don't know me, I make really cute plushies and I sell them in person at open markets and online. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I posted my first pattern tester call and I'm so excited. I posted it a few days ago, but it's for this cute little macaron bear. I love it. Anyone who knows me in real life knows that I'm obsessed with French culture. I've been to Paris a couple of times and I just really love it. I would love to live there one day. And I love macarons. Like, they're one of my favorite desserts, especially the ones that are actually from France, like made in France. They're so good. When done well, I love the texture of them, the flavor of them. So I had to make a little macaron bear for Valentine's Day. I'm really excited. I've never released a pattern before. I have so many patterns that I've designed, especially recently, but I started designing patterns almost as soon as I started crocheting. As soon as I got the basics of crocheting down, it was just really easy for me to start trying to make patterns. And I won't say that all of them were good. They weren't. And I won't say that it didn't take hours and hours and hours to figure things out when pattern designing. But I did start trying really, really early in my crochet journey. So I'm so happy to finally be able to release something. And it's funny because I actually, like I said, I have so many patterns that are already designed, but I just haven't released them yet. And so I've been sitting here trying to figure out, like, what pattern should I release first? What makes the most sense? I had a completely different pattern that I really wanted to be my first release. But then I realized, wait, Valentine's Day is coming up, and this kind of just like popped into my head at the last minute, and I was like, okay, let me hurry up and make a pattern for it and put up my pattern tester call. So yeah, it all really happened super quickly. This I actually hadn't designed until like the past week or so. And so now I'm in the process of making more in different colors so that I can have nice pictures when I finally do release the pattern. I finally set up an Etsy. I still don't really know how exactly I feel about Etsy, just because they do have so many fees, and I've heard really strange things about artists on there basically getting kind of screwed over because Etsy is like withholding their funds and things like that. So I'm really just hoping that I don't have a nightmare like that and that, you know, everything goes smoothly on Etsy. And I am planning on releasing the pattern on my website as well for cheaper, because the fees aren't as bad as on Etsy. So hopefully that'll, you know, help get some traffic to my website as well. But I'm just all around really excited. I've already got so many applications, which I was not expecting. I was not expecting to have any real foot traffic on my Instagram post, because I've noticed, especially recently, that my reels get more interactions than my like photo posts do. And so I was really worried that this was gonna flop, because it is just kind of like a photo. There's no reel for it, but I am hoping to post some reels as basically, I guess, like advertisement or marketing for it. Like, hey, I just posted a pattern tester call, go apply if you want. So yeah, it's getting more traction than I thought it would. And it'll be up for a few more days, so hopefully I'll get to pick my pattern testers. I've already got some folks in mind, because everyone who's applied has just had amazing work posted on their Instagram, and I'm just really happy and grateful that people are actually interested in my cute little pattern. And I'm also happy that I'll finally get to start selling patterns, which is wild. I think that pattern designing is one of my favorite parts of crocheting. Like, it's really convenient and easy to follow someone else's pattern, and there are so many cute patterns out there that I haven't really had as much time to work on my own patterns. But I've gotten a break from school, with it being, you know, winter break. Now I'm actually back in school, but for a while there I had time to just kind of crochet for myself, which was really, really nice. And yeah, pattern designing is just really great. It feels like crocheting in general, to me, feels almost like 3D printing something, but with my own hands. And you're seeing it kind of come to life before your eyes as you're crocheting. And so I feel like pattern designing takes it to the next level, because it's one thing to like follow someone else's pattern, but to actually like be birthing a pattern of my own, it just feels different and kind of next level. So very, very happy. If you've applied to that tester call, thank you so much. If you shared it, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Because yeah, I had very low expectations for this being my first pattern tester call, but believe me when I say there are so many more coming. Here's actually a preview of a few patterns that I've designed so far or are in the process of designing, because I'm really excited for them, and I'm definitely going to be posting pattern tester calls for those as well. So this gyroid is something that I am super proud of. This was the first pattern that I actually really wanted to release because I love Animal Crossing. I'm an OG Animal Crossing lover. I started playing when I was a kid. I played on the GameCube, I played on my DS, I played on the Wii, I play on my Switch now. And I just love Animal Crossing. Back in the day, these dudes were like all over the place. You could find them in the ground and like dig them up and put them in your house. And they were all different like shapes and colors and sizes, and they would like harmonize. They sung these odd robotic songs that were just so delightful and funky. And I just love them. They're so cute. They are in the newer games, but not as prominently as they were in the older games. So I was like really, really excited to make this pattern, and I'm so happy with how it came out. I had to try a couple of times though, because first of all, I wanted the arms to be designed in a way where you don't have to use like wires inside. I want it to just bend on its own. So I had to design the arms interestingly. I was trying to figure out how to get this rim to look the way that I wanted it to. The body's pretty easy because it's just like a cylinder, but trying to figure out how to do the rim and the arms was really what took the most work in trying to design this pattern. But I'm just so happy with how it came out, and I can't wait to make a smaller version of this pattern because this is pretty big. Like, it's about the size of my head. I imagine that if gyroids were real, they'd be about this size. Like, this seems life-size to me. Because in Animal Crossing, I think you're like a child. And based on your villager's height, I think that this is about life-sized if they were real. So yeah, I do want to make like a smaller version of it, maybe like half the size, and much thinner, because yeah, this is a lot of rounds, and it definitely led to a lot of arm and wrist pain for me. And I actually started designing this so long ago. Like, I had the idea to make this forever ago, and then I actually started designing it many months ago. But then it was kind of just like sitting to the side for a really long time because I got busy with, you know, making commissions for people and working on stuff that I needed to sell at my open markets. So pattern designing kind of got pushed to the side, and also I was trying to figure out the arms, and it was a lot of trial and error, crocheting things and then having to undo the yarn, frog it, and it was just really a little bit frustrating at times. So yeah, this is a long time coming, and I am so, so, so happy to finally have it finished and this be the end result. Like, it's so cute. Look at this. Look at this. It's a gyroid. Gyroid? Gyroid? I always say gyroid in my head, but I don't know. They're so cute. I just love them. And now I need like 8 of them in different sizes, shapes, and colors. Now, these Pikmin are a design that actually I designed a Pikmin a really long time ago also. It was one of the first patterns that I finished designing. It was one of the first like finished plushies that I brought to like the first or second market that I did in 2023. So I actually sold this one in the summer of 2023. I made one Pikmin and I sold it at my market, and I've been wanting another Pikmin for so long because I love Pikmin. I even thought about getting a Pikmin tattoo when I was younger, and I may still get it because why not? Honestly, tattoos don't really need to have that much meaning, but I love them. Look at them. They're so cute together. I love red and blue colors together. And I just love Pikmin. So I had designed a Pikmin pattern originally way back when. And I liked how it came out, and I'll show you how the old one looks versus these new ones, but I like these new ones a lot better. I like the way the legs look a lot better, and just like the general shape looks more realistic to what Pikmin actually look like in game, including the stem. The stems are floppy and like just like they are in game. It's just so cute. But the problem is, and the reason why these are not finished, is because I ran out of yarn. Well, first of all, actually, I could finish these, but I wanted to make all of the bodies first because it's the same like base pattern for the bodies. They just have different like accessories and things like that. Like red Pikmin have noses, yellow Pikmin have like big ears. Blue Pikmin are pretty plain. They just have like a cute like weird mouth shape. And then white Pikmin have like red eyes and their flower color is different. But I ran out of yellow yarn and I was dangerously close to running out of white yarn, and I didn't want to use up all of my white yarn because white is one of the most common yarn colors I use. So I didn't want to like get an order on my website for something that I don't have in stock, and then have to like wait for my yarn shipment to get here. But I finally got my yarn shipment. I'm so happy. I love Premier yarns. This is my favorite yarn for sure. It's such high quality and they ship pretty fast. They have a really great range of colors and I just love Premier yarns. These are, these and hobby yarns are really the only two yarns that I use, and it's been that way pretty much since I started crocheting. Like I use acrylic yarn, but I don't like using acrylic. I much prefer the plush yarn. It just feels so satisfying in your hands. And so yeah, those are the two main plush chenille yarn brands that I use, is Premier Parfait Chunky and Hobby Yarns in Honey Bunny and Baby Snuggle. So I finally got my Premier yarn shipment that I had been wanting to get to finish off my Pikmin patterns. And I can't wait. They're next on my list, but right now I'm focused on my macaron bear because, you know, it's almost Valentine's Day. It's the end of January. February's coming up quick, and I want to have the pattern released before Valentine's Day so that if people want to make it, they have time to make it before Valentine's Day. But it is really like a year-round pattern. The bear macaron is cute always. It doesn't have to be a Valentine's Day thing, but because it's like pink, you know, and it's a dessert, might as well make it Valentine's Day themed. So those are my Pikmin. Oh, and the one other pattern that I'm really excited about is my Wada Wada. I love these guys. If you haven't seen the new Studio Ghibli film yet, The Boy and the Heron, definitely go see it. It's so cute. I mean, I think it's jumped to one of my top favorite Ghibli movies, and I don't think it's just the recency effect. I think it's really a phenomenal film, great themes. It's just beautiful, really beautiful in a lot of ways. And these cuties are one of the characters. So I had to make a Wada Wada no sew pattern. There is no sewing involved in this, so I really can't wait to release this pattern. And they're just so cute. Ah, he's like a little chunky boy. He's so cute. I love them. And I want to make a few more of these. So again, this pattern had to be kind of put on hold because there are a few tweaks to the pattern that I want to make. I like the way this one came out. This is the first and only Wada Wada I've made so far for the pattern. But I want to tweak it a little bit more. I want to have more of them in general because they all make like different facial expressions and things like that. So I want to have kind of like an army of Wada Wadas. And then I also want to make, again, a smaller version of this pattern because this one's not too big and it's not too hard. It really didn't take me that long to make this. But, you know, some people want smaller versions of things. Some people want to like have a keychain version to put on their backpack or their purse or whatever it is. Their car keys, I guess. So I think it would be good to have like the full size and then a smaller size to kind of accompany it as well. So yeah, those are the main patterns that I have kind of up on my docket. I have so many more ideas for patterns to make, like a whole list in my notes app of crochet things that I want to design. Most of them are honestly video game and animation / anime inspired because those are the things that I love the most. And I have one more pattern. It's for a flower turtle, which flower turtles are pretty common in the crochet world, but I've never seen a flower turtle where the petals are around the head. Like usually the petals are kind of around the shell, but I actually designed a flower turtle a really, really long time ago. And I kind of want to retweak the pattern a bit to actually release it. So I'm gonna make some more flower turtles, and again, there will probably be like a regular size and then like a small size of it too. Those are things I like to do. I like to have, you know, all the sizes, all the colors for my patterns. So yeah, that's just some stuff to kind of look forward to. Another thing is that I'll definitely be releasing some tutorials for some of my patterns. Oh, actually, I forgot one pattern that I'm definitely gonna make a tutorial on is this hat. I'm super excited for this. It's actually gonna be like a teddy bear hat. So it's almost like a bucket hat slash ruffle hat. It's gonna have some teddy bear ears on top, and then I'll probably embroider like a little teddy bear face, at least the nose, maybe some eyes. But I have a cute sketch for it. And yeah, I'm just really excited. This one I should be finishing soon, but I don't know when I'll actually release it. And I'll definitely make a tutorial for this because it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. And I suppose it'll be pretty easy to follow along even for beginner crocheters. So yeah, lots of things to look out for from Cocoro Crochet, and I hope that you'll stay tuned for it. Definitely going to be posting more free crochet patterns for you guys to check out. I have a huge list of crochet patterns. I think I want to post some paid crochet patterns as well, because obviously there are so many free patterns that are awesome and it's great because they're free to try, but there are so many crochet patterns that are paid and they're totally worth it. So I'm definitely going to post some videos about the ones that I like the most, that I use the most, and the ones that make plushies that sell really well at open markets and online. So stay tuned, make sure you leave me a like because it really helps the channel out as far as the algorithm goes. Leave me a comment below about which patterns you're excited for that I've mentioned, patterns that you would like to see me design, or just in general what you would like to hear me talk about in my next video. To stay up to date with all of my pattern releases and tester calls, make sure you go follow me on Instagram because that's where they will all be hosted. I'm also going to be posting a giveaway over on Instagram. I finally surpassed 750 followers, so I'm really excited about that. For the giveaway, it'll be physical plushies that I'll mail off to the winners, as well as a free pattern that they will receive that is designed by me, and I will send them a PDF version. So make sure you stay tuned with that and go ahead over to my Instagram to follow along. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!